Welcome to the Brain Alpha. Today we are diving deep to unlock that supercomputer sitting right between your ears. We're going to talk about a method that could literally change the way you learn, think, and remember forever.
Have you ever told yourself something like, oh, I'm just not good at remembering names? Or maybe I'm just a slow learner, you know? It's that nagging feeling that our brains have some kind of fixed limit and, well, we're just stuck with it.
But what if that's not the whole story? What if the biggest limit you're facing isn't your brain's actual capacity, but the story you tell yourself about it? Let's break that down.
And look, in today's world, this is more important than it has ever been. We are absolutely swimming in information, especially with AI. But here's the thing, information isn't knowledge, and knowledge isn't wisdom. That's where you, your brain, comes in.
Just think about it like this. AI's output is only ever as good as your input. You ask a shallow question, you're going to get a shallow answer. So to really, truly leverage these incredible new tools, you have to upgrade your own thinking. That is the real advantage.
So how do we do that? Well, we're going to turn to the work of a guy named Jim Kwik. He is a world-renowned brain coach who teaches the highest performers on the entire planet. We're talking people at Google, SpaceX, even Harvard, how to learn faster and really unlock their true potential.
But here's the incredible part. Kwik wasn't born some kind of genius, not at all. His journey actually started from a place of really profound struggle.
You see, at age 5, a head injury left him with a severe learning disability. For years, he struggled just to keep up. It got so bad that a teacher once pointed him out to the entire class, calling him the boy with the broken brain. And that label, that became his internal story, his limiting belief, until a mentor in university challenged him to study how to learn. That one shift changed absolutely everything.
And this led to his core discovery, the big aha moment. His hardware was never the problem. He realized his brain wasn't broken at all. He'd just never been given the right user's manual to run it effectively.
So from that one realization, he built an entire system around 3 fundamental pillars for accelerated learning. And honestly, this is the framework that can change it all for you too.
It all comes down to 3 things: your mindset, your motivation, and your method. It begins with shattering those limiting beliefs. Then you have to find a powerful why to drive you forward. And finally, you connect that why to a strong emotion. Let's dig into each one.
Okay, let's start with step 1, mindset. A limiting belief is basically a story you've accepted as true without ever really questioning it. And the classic one is, I have a bad memory, right? We say it so often, it just becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. We don't even try to remember things because deep down we've already decided we can't.
Kwik argues that our beliefs literally dictate our actions. So if you believe you can't, you won't even bother to try. But if you change that core belief, if you start believing that improvement is possible, your behavior starts to change, and that's when you start seeing brand new results. So once you've challenged your mindset, the next step is to find your motivation. Let's go back to that bad memory problem. Kwik asks a brilliant question here. What if it's not a memory problem at all?
And here it is, the key insight. We don't forget things because our brains can't hold them. We forget because we never truly paid attention in the first place. Think about it. That name you forgot moments after you heard it, your mind was probably somewhere else. The problem isn't retention, it's attention.
So how do you command your brain's attention? Well, you give it a powerful reason, a why. Imagine if someone offered you $1 million to remember the names of the next 10 people you meet. Would you? Of course you would. Your purpose creates focus, and that focus creates results. It's that simple. And that brings us to the third and final key, the one that acts like a supercharger for your brain. Once you've got your why, you need to connect it to an emotion.
Kwik has a simple but incredibly powerful formula for this. Information all by itself is pretty forgettable. But when you multiply that information with emotion, you create a long-term memory. Emotion is the glue that makes learning stick.
I mean, think about it in your own life. You remember exactly where you were during major world events, right? You remember the feelings of a huge personal achievement or the plot of a movie that just made you weep. That's the formula in action. Your brain flags emotionally charged events as important and totally worth saving.
But, and this is super important, it's crucial to know that not all emotions are created equal. Positive emotions like curiosity and excitement, that's like rocket fuel for learning. But on the flip side, emotions like fear or shame or anxiety can actually shut your brain down and just get in the way.
So when you put it all together, a limitless mindset, a powerful motivation, and positive emotion, you have a choice to make. And it really all comes down to two kinds of pain.
First, there's the sharp but temporary pain of discipline, of pushing yourself to learn and grow. But then there's the second kind, the dull, chronic pain of staying put, of knowing you could be more but choosing not to be. And that's the pain of regret.
And that second pain, that's the one that really compounds over time. It's that slow, quiet erosion of your potential, day after day, all because staying comfortable feels easier in the moment. So, at the end of the day, that's the question we all have to answer. Will you choose the short-term pain of growth or the long-term pain of regret? The choice is yours. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and help us build the hype. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.